Now they're finally here, and they're more awesome than anyone could ever imagine. Look, up in the sky. What is that? Is it a three-wheel motorcycle? No, it's a helicopter. No, wait, it's a flying car. Actually, it's all three. It's the sleek and stylish PAL V1, an amazing car and gyroplane hybrid from Dutch company PAL V. On the road, the two-passenger PAL V performs like a sports car, accelerating from 0 to 60 in just 8 seconds, leaning into turns like a well-engineered motorcycle, and it's an off-the-chart driving experience. Switching to airplane is surprisingly easy. With just a few simple steps to deploy the tail and rotors, you're ready to take to the air. The engineers at PAL V put safety first. In the unlikely event of an engine failure, the PAL V1's gyroplane technology and auto rotors allow it to be steered to a safe landing. Truly a door-to-door means of transportation. The PAL V1's design could be the best example of what's coming to a driveway near you. While many drivers have longed for a flying car, many pilots have wished for a light aircraft they could drive on the road. Well, American company Terrafugia has come to the rescue with the Transition, a street-legal airplane made for pilots. The Transition is a two-seat, state-of-the-art vehicle with carbon fiber construction, glass avionics, and a host of innovative technologies. The mechanical wings fold or unfold automatically in just a few seconds, allowing it to fit easily into any garage or standard parking space. The fuel economy on the road is great, coming in at 35 miles per gallon, and the flight range is 400 miles with a 30-minute reserve. So it doesn't matter if you're driving or flying, the Transition conveniently runs on premium unleaded gasoline, eliminating the expensive jet fuel and making an easy quick fill up at your local gas station. And it's ready to go. All you have to do is learn how to fly. Doc famously said in Back to the Future, "We don't need roads." This is the Maverick LSA flying car from iTech and Florida-based company Beyond Roads. The Maverick LSA is an inexpensive but tough off-road vehicle with a motorized parachute wing. So when the terrain gets too tough for this off-road beast, well, it's not a problem. Just deploy the wing and start the propeller and sail right over it. If you can drive a car, you can fly the Maverick because its flight is controlled with a steering wheel. Even better, a pilot's license is not required. On the ground, the Maverick is a powerful, dirt-eating joyride. And in the air, its mellow side appears with a smooth, steady, yet maneuverable flight. The Maverick LSA runs about $94,000. With an increase in sales and production, Beyond Roads hopes to make them more affordable for almost anyone. So, any takers? This is the Aeromobile 3.0, arguably one of the most spectacular-looking flying cars to take to the air so far. The prototype was manufactured by Aeromobile SRO in Slovakia, and flight testing began in October of 2014. With its advanced engineering, spacecraft-like design, and futuristic interior avionics, the Aeromobile looks like a miniature space shuttle from secret government projects. Not only can the Aeromobile land at any airport in the world, but give it a few hundred meters of flat grass or paved surface, and you can land it there too. When its automatic wings retract, it becomes one of the most gorgeous street-legal cars on the planet. Powered by regular automotive gasoline, its powerful Rotax 912 engine propels the Aeromobile 3.0 to air speeds in excess of 125 miles an hour, and ground speeds of 100 miles an hour plus. Understandably, the production model will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there's no doubt in anyone's mind that flying cars are on the horizon and not too distant in the future. We'll be able to jump into our cars every morning and take to the skies, just like good old George Jetson.
Planned crafts look kind of like a modern miniaturized version of a turboprop plane, but with a key difference. They will take off and land from massive skyports placed throughout the cities they serve. Each plane will be capable of a speed of 150 miles per hour and a range of about 60 miles on non-reserve power with one pilot and 4 passengers on board, and run completely on electric power using an automated system, although the pilot can take control in case of an issue. Aeromobile's prototype. Aeromobile, based in Slovakia, is determined to make a functioning flying car. Flying cars are often designed to take off from runways to gain flight, but also have the ability to revert to a more car-like shape that allows them to drive on roads. As you can tell, this requires both retractable wheels and wings, along with a very efficient fuel system. Aeromobile is hoping it can create a functional electronic model. The company has partnered with notable organizations including Starburst and Aerospace Accelerator to help get its car to market ASAP. Kitty Hawk's flying prototype. This also means there's currently no pilot's license required to drive it. The latest prototype, appropriately called Flyer, is a 250-pound model created by the startup to show off its ultralight design. Kitty Hawk, started by Fern and Google co-founder Larry Page, plans on creating both a personal flying machine that's largely for off-road fun. Ultralight vehicles like this can't fly over urban areas by law, and an air taxi for more urban environments. The small, drone-like personal flyer holds a lot of promise for those who want a quick and dirty flying car experience, but so far it's only available for test flights at a lakeside training center. Volocopter 2X. The Volocopter design is ambitious, and it looks really cool. The minicopter is designed for personal flight and features 18 rotors, controlled via a single joystick and powered via electric batteries. But then they went ahead and made a full-sized test model and ran it across the stage at CES 2018 thanks to a little sponsorship by Intel. The 2X can carry 2 passengers and has a flight time of 30 minutes and a range of 17 miles between charge centers. Intel's work on the projects includes complex tech, including 4 independent sensor units to control positioning, 9 different electric battery packs with built-in redundancies, and even a parachute stowed on top of the vehicle in case something goes wrong. It's no wonder Volocopter is Dubai's latest pick for its upcoming air taxi fleet, although Dubai has dumped other prototypes in the past, so it's not a guaranteed deal. Workhouse SureFly. The SureFly is a robust VTOL that's aimed at commercial services and personal consumers looking for a durable, self-controlled flying experience, and don't mind paying around $200,000 per unit. It's not just a concept model either. Interested buyers can already plunk down a $1,000 refundable deposit for the first commercially available models. A release date is not known yet as the Federal Aviation Administration must certify the SureFly before it can be sold, which may take up to 2 years. The SureFly has 8 propellers and a top speed of 75 miles per hour. While, unlike other VTOLs, it does operate on gasoline, a battery pack will provide an extra 10 minutes of flying time if necessary. The initial version will be able to carry about 400 pounds of cargo, although a more heavy-duty version capable of carrying up to 650 pounds is currently in development. Another aim of Workhorse is to make the SureFly easy to pilot, which is why most of the controls are automated. Just 2 controls are in the aircraft, a joystick to control direction and a throttle control on the pilot's door. Opener Blackfly. Coming from Canadian designer Opener, the Blackfly is a highly distinctive VTOL that combines personal piloting with a wealth of automatic features, including auto landing and automated return home functions, thus enabling flight without the need for formal licensing, a popular trend as you may have noticed. Despite the design, Blackfly flies via a familiar method. 8 drone-like rotors are positioned across 2 wings. Taking off, however, is a bit more unique, as the VTOL is made to rock back and forth to literally pick up momentum to launch upward. Specs allow for a lengthy 40-mile range at 7.2 miles per hour, although regulations limit those numbers substantially for those who want to fly their own aerial vehicles. Terrafugia's Transition. With retractable wings and wheels, the Transition is another hybrid model designed to convert between the road and the skies as needed. But that's not the only way that the Transition is a true hybrid model. It also uses a combination of gas and electric engines to help power the model, and a boost mode for an extra burst of speed when flying, which sounds a little dangerous to us, but what do we know? In the past, the Transition was expected to eventually sell at $280,000, but these days the company is refraining from providing a list price. EHang 184. When the EHang 184 first showed up at CES a few years ago, it seemed pretty impossible. A personal quadcopter VTOL that was fully automated, totally safe, completely comfortable, and powered via a basic touchscreen interface that anyone can use. Frankly, it all seemed like so much vaporware with a bunch of claims that couldn't really be substantiated. These days, EHang is still making some pretty crazy claims. For example, it's hard to believe the company has tested its model more than 1,000 times in all types of situations, including gale force winds with 500 pounds of extra weight and so on, as they claim. The only test footage available is decidedly more pedestrian. After all, this sort of thing has happened before. Joby Aviation's air taxi. After working for years on personal aerial craft, Joby Aviation recently received a massive cash infusion from the likes of Toyota and Intel that provides $100 million to create an electric air taxi. This model is interesting because it's larger than many projects, able to seat up to 5. And while it is called a VTOL, the model appears to be based on a more traditional craft with multiple propellers, which raises a lot of questions about how it'll work in practice. Hopefully, we will be able to see a real prototype before too long.